Hello everybody, my name is The Watching Relic, and we're doing a review of the second version of Waelockk, and it's probably a bunch of months late. You know, usually I at least film these reviews pretty quickly after the slideshow for the MOC I'm reviewing comes out, but this time I'm not just uploading it and editing it really late. I'm not even getting to filming it until like probably the night of uploading it, because I need to do this. I probably have more finished MOCs that have not been uploaded to this channel than ones that have. That's a tragedy. So the basic reason for why I chose to redo Waelockk, I mean, I was just generally dissatisfied with her original version. It had a backwards Roxy head as the head, now it says the midsection. You know, it just stereotypic, not stereotypic, that's not the right word, overused head, just kind of a bland build, and it didn't stand well. I mean, normally that's delicacy and stability are not necessarily concerns if it looks really good, but if it doesn't even look that good, then just at least make it stable. But it just couldn't do anything right. So I completely went a new direction, looked at a bunch of Elira's MOCs specifically, and I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's also not the most original thing I've ever made, but at least the head design that I'm ripping off is a new, good-looking one and not an old one. Backwards Roxy head, what was I thinking? So anyway, let me go down to the feet here. And, there we go. And we'll start talking about the build a little bit. So the feet themselves have actually not changed one bit, but the lower legs are actually, I mean, they're just CCBS, but I really like how they turned out, if I can just get the shell off here, off the front. One nice thing, the feet, even though they're the same, they work a lot better because the MOC is shorter and more stable, so the feet are no longer so tippy-toppy. Like, you still have to adjust them a little, but in general, she's a lot more solid. But as you can see, we have some Technic bits filling that in, and also a little Anika armor on the back with some minifigure arms. There is a black minifigure arm on the inside that you can hardly see, and then this white one that's incredibly visible. And so yeah, this is just kind of a nice example of making a CCBS limb look really solid. There's no gaps here, and it looks custom almost at first glance, just from the profile, because of this little lift arm and the armor on the back. Very, very nice. Very simple, but very, very just pleasing, satisfying, solid on all levels, stability-wise and visually, so that's all good. The upper legs and the hips are pretty extreme. This is another thing that makes this MOC kind of Elira-like and also Shadow Gear-like, because those people really like their hips, and I went a little nutso on this one. Yeah, I think the Witch Doctor heads actually look really, really good. The shaping is just perfect. It's really extreme. It's not realistic. The proportions are ridiculous. But it looks really nice, as extreme as it is. It works better than, say, Vekor's hips, because even though these are probably wider than Vekor's hips, Vekor is this big, tall, black, creepy guy, and him having big hips just looks goofy. But for this particular character, I think it works out just fine. And as you can tell, they don't sit exactly flush, so they do come out sometimes, but it's not too bad. And I'm trying to remember, is this... Ah, that's how that's attached. There's a little CCBS limb in there. You can see just this little second to shortest limb, not actually the shortest around, and it's trans purple. And then you can see that the upper legs are also CCBS, and there isn't really anything besides just the armor or the shell, and then the Witch Doctor head. And then we'll just put this back so it doesn't look so weirdly phallic. The skirt itself is a huge improvement on the last MOCs, or on the last version's skirt, I should say. It's not really a new MOC per se, just a new build of the same character. I really, really like this skirt design. I think it turned out great. As for how it's actually constructed, as you can see, there's just a whole big convoluted system of Exoforce arms, primarily. One up here, and one down on the bottom connection point, and then one coming off of this spike piece to attach this one. And then a little Exoforce hand coming off of this bottom spike to attach the tail. And that works out really nice, to be honest. It's not perfect from the back. It's a little messy, but not really. I mean, I think it's fine. It could be better, but really it's it's fine for the most part. And from the front, I think that just has a great shaping to it. Look at that, so ornate. Looks like actual clothing, like the last one's skirt was just CCBS shells, so this is a massive upgrade when you think about that fact. And also, you know, it's interesting how the last MOC sort of had this thing with two purple ribcage pieces, sort of one here and then one above. Instead of like boom boom, now it's one in front and one in back. So a little bit different. We have these little barb pieces coming out of the eye sockets of that poor little breakout era thing. Forgot the name of it. Arachnix drone. There we go. I have no idea where that came from. How do I remember such things? Anyway, why are you not focusing? Now you are focusing, and I sound stupid because I said you weren't. Okay, so, the torso is... Good grief. The torso is nothing special, but it does work out really well. Like, it's solid, structurally so, and visually fairly nice. Seen the chest plate a million times before, and this one I used a file to take off the printing, and it's a little messy. I've started taking off printing with a pencil eraser recently. It's much more painstaking, but it's much more worth it because you don't end up with the filing marks. So that's my opinion on the matter. I can't even remember who came up with what technique, to be honest, so I'm not going to give credit to anybody. I'm going to take it all! No, I'm just gonna say just whatever I did. Torso! So we got some more Exoforce arms with some little, barb pieces, some little spike pieces, spine, whatever you want to call it. Looks fairly nice, just some simple greebling, nothing too much. In general, there's not much greebling on this MOC because it has a fairly smooth, elegant sort of shape, lots of curves and things, of course with the hips and the skirt and such, so over-detailing it would have been a mistake, to be honest. So the Roxy head, fairly good abdomen. The Anua head is just rubber banded on, and I sort of have to push it down and adjust it sometimes, but it works out fine, it's no big deal. And the arms, why would we even address them? You all know the story. I give up at the arms, not really. It's just hard to make short custom limbs, and arms are generally pretty short. I mean, it's hard to make custom stuff compact and well-proportioned. So, the scythe, I guess we'll do that real quick. Oh no, you saw the side of the background. That ruins literally everything about this channel. I guess not, but okay. Ooh, okay. So, Cricket Head as a scythe. I'm sure someone's done it before. I've done it before in the distant past. So this is nothing too special, but I like the way these big Hero Factory spike pieces, like, sort of triangle curve down. Like, that's nice. And just the use of a cricket head as a weapon, it works really well, honestly. I mean, again, it's not probably the most original thing, but it's just pleasing to me. And in general, like, her visual style just really goes with a scythe well, or a scythe goes with her visual style well, rather, other way around. Whatever. Yeah, my point. It adds to her whole shebang she's got going on, and it's not distracting. It's not like it was an afterthought either. Like, it feels like the weapon is really integrated into the look of the MOC, and that's nice. As for the head, I guess I'll try and take it apart a little bit. Let me just see if I can take off this front panel, first of all. Yeah, there we go. There's a random sad face drawn on there. Don't ask me why. It's not really focusing, is it? There we go. Kind of. There we go. And then there's the head underneath that. And I'm going to also try to take off this side panel here. Can I do it? I think, yes. Oh, I see how it works. So, just this stud is actually connected to the Technic piece. I'm discovering this because it's been so long since I've picked up this MOC, in case you couldn't figure it out. It's like I'm looking at something I didn't even build. So then we got this little construction that comes together like that, and you put that together. Oh, yeah, it's perfect. And then we got some Technic stuff in the back. As far as the look of the head is concerned, I mean, I love the look of this head design, obviously. Elira didn't actually come up with it. I forgot the name of who did. Maybe I'll remember to credit them somewhere, like the description or the comments or something. I should. I should be a good person and do that. But this style of head really works. And I like the eye color as well. It's kind of a unique eye color. I think, is this sand green? I think that's sand green. And, about the only thing I don't like about the head is how square the back of it is. It's unfortunate, but it's not too big of a deal. In general, you're mostly looking at the profile, and most of all, you're looking at the front. So as long as that's good, that's really what matters. So, before we leave here... Oh, no. I have to go get Gresh from the other side of the room, and the minifigures. I will literally never have the size comparison just ready by my side. I think if I do, the universe will, like, fail on itself. Like, it just... This is a constant of the universe, and it has to be this way. Because I'm stupid. But there you go. So she's pretty short, or I guess average, really. And as another comparison, let me bring in... Oh no, this MOC is gonna look terrible because it's the same. It's blue like the background, so it's just gonna blend in with the background there. I think people liked this MOC a lot. I like her a lot, and that is Minix. I normally don't bring in other MOCs for the size comparison, but Minix was randomly sitting on my desk over to my left, so I thought I'd just grab her. So that is about it. I'm really happy with this MOC. I just want to close on a happy note and say that I am so satisfied with this design. There's so much I like about it. It is not the most original thing, but it is more unique for sure than the old version of her. And in general, there's just so many improvements, such a pleasing shape. Love the skirt design. And this is Waelockk and Gresh and some minifigures and Minix. And I'm the Watching Relic, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!